Today I'm going to explain about the process which will help end user. Okay, SAP S for Hana end user knowledge sharing. This knowledge sharing will help like from the background of non-SAP and they want to get into SAP end user. Most of the companies now SAP is implemented, right? And if anyone want to join the organization as an end user, so what are all the knowledge they should have? So that I'm going to explain here today. So at least some of the transactions and then screen wise you should be familiar to attend the interview where you can join the organization where they ask you to create some data or material, whatever it is. So I'm going to share some of the overview, or maybe I'll show some deeper knowledge also. So it may help you to uh, crack the interview or work in an organization. Okay. So what are the knowledge I'm going to share today? I'll first put all the terminology which you should know as SAP end user in SAP or maybe in the business side. Okay. First thing you should know what is material master. There are three datas are there. One is master data, transactional data, then configuration data. Okay, as an end user you have to focus more on master data and transaction, not configuration. For the consultant, this is the area they have to focus. And for the end user, it's not like you should know everything end to end. Just you imagine you are working as a purchase engineer, procurement executive and all, then you should know some of the transaction. If you are managing some storekeeping activity, inventory side, then you should know a few transactions to run in the system. Okay. So, okay, let put up here more information like what is master data. You should know material master, then vendor master, then purchase info record, then source list. These are the major thing you should know in the master data perspective. Okay, material master, vendor master or supplier master, I can say. Okay, then purchase info record, source list. Okay. Okay, then I'll just put this format here. Okay, so these are the master data you should know as a end user, metal master or supplier, metal master, vendor master or supplier master. Okay, supplier master, purchase info record and source list. Okay, so what transaction you should know? Transactions are like should know purchase requisition. What is purchase requisition? Then purchase order, then goods receipt or goods issue, then invoice posting, invoice verification or posting. Okay, these are terminology you should know: master data, transactional data, configuration data. In master data there are 4 master data are there. The transaction side, purchase requisition, purchase order, goods receipt, goods issue and invoice verification. This is a side, material management side, end user I'm talking about, not with the other module. There are many modules are there in SAP: finance and controlling, warehouse management, quality management, project system, plant maintenance, production planning. There are many modules. Okay. So now side, these information you should know. Now you talk about the transaction code, which for the master data MM01 metal master, and for the change 02, and for display MM03. And for the supplier or vendor master, if it is S4 HANA, Then BP transaction, if it is ECC system, then SK01. In centrally, I'm talking about, okay, which is for ECC system, and this is for S4 HANA system. Okay, so there are like centrally, if you talk about the SK01, if it is a purchase organization level MK01, then finance level FK01. That is the transaction to create, then change display, you will have 0203 like that. So more now, most of the company implementing HANA system, then you should know BP transaction where supplier master is maintained, and even customer master also maintained through BP only. Okay. Then what about this purchase equation? Then ME 51N, 52N, and 53N. I'll show this in SAP system also. And for the order, purchase order, ME21N, ME22N, and ME23N. Okay. Goods issue, receipt and goods issue, that is MyGo transaction. And for the invoice verification, it's Myro transaction. Okay. And then you should know, sorry, control Z. Okay. So then you should know what all the report you should view in SAP. One is stock overview, which is MMB transaction. Then if you want to see like purchase requisition list, monitoring the purchase requisition, right? Then ME 5A and purchase order. There are many reports are there, but I'm just sharing here major reports, ME2N. Then material document list, MB51. At least you should know these are the transaction code in the system to work as an end user, SAP MM end user. Okay. Okay, this is about the info which you are very clear. I hope. Now I get into SAP system, where you can see system here. Here, when I log in into this S4 HANA system, right? So the front end, where users are going to use the screen, right? This is the front end where I can click on this SAP menu. Then these are the favorites we have added here. If I want to get into SAP Fiori Launchpad, then I have to click on this. Then if I click on this, it will take me into the purchase order screen like that. And SPRO, this is for consulting level. You click on this, it will take back to the consulting level, understanding our data where we design, configure and all. So just ignore that. Okay, consulting level. Now you focus on end user level exposure. So here you can see logistics. Logistics will cover many modules. Okay, in that I'm going to talk about material management. So where exactly master data are available? Like first you should know where material master is maintained. So here you can see material master, material, and then create general, and you can see MM01 is the transaction code. I can add into the favorites also here. Where I add to favorites, it will take me into this, like it will add into this favorites. The same way, I'll show other master data also. Example, if I want to create a vendor master, then you have to go to purchasing, and here master data. Here you can find vendor centrally. Here you can see SK01 is there, T code, but when you click on this, it will say that redirect into transaction BP as transaction SK01 is obsolete. Okay, click on this. Okay, it is showing a message like this. Get double click on this. So it is not taking directly. So what I can do is I'll just type here. This is a command option here. If I type BP here, it will take me into the screen where I can create maintain business partner. Okay, this is for creating a supplier or customer master, whatever details you want to create in the system. Okay, then once material master is done, then vendor master is done, then you should create info record. These are the transaction. You can see M11. Okay, I will explain why these data need to be maintained in the system. Okay, and then source list. Info record, after that source list. Source list, you can see maintain ME01 where you can see the combination of material and plant. Okay, so if you are very new to SAP, then you have to understand these terminology: material, plant, store location, then purchase organization, purchasing group. So that all terminology you should know before. Okay, what I can do is I'll put duplicate here. Okay, so here I'll put some of the terminology like material, then plant, then store location, then purchase group, purchase organization, then purchasing group, material group, valuation class. Okay, material type. There are many terminology you should know before getting into SAP. Okay, like at least you will understand what all this in the business side, how they will see these other information in a business side, how you are going to map in a SAP system. Okay. Okay. I'll just save this for reference. Okay. Now I'll get into, okay, master data I have explained. There are 4 master data: metal master, vendor master, purchasing record, source list. Okay. Where is that? Okay. Here. Okay. So I'll come back here. So source list I shown, then info record also I just shown the path where you can go and see it. Now about the transaction which you can create: purchase requisition, this one, and purchase order create here. Okay, then contract and all you should know. If you are working on contract, then you should know contract, where exactly to create, how, which transaction, and then scheduling agreement also you should know. Then I'm just talking about the major transaction which end user should know. RFQ and all, yeah, again it is like a where you are finding some new supplier and all, right, who is going to supply the goods. Then you have to send a quotation to the supplier and they will come back with their price, quality and quantity, whatever it is, the delivery date, all that. Based on that you finalize the best vendor and all, right, best supplier. So where exactly you manage to create inventory part, you have to get into inventory management, goods movement, and here you can see goods movement, MyGo transaction. Okay, so in case you want to see, like once material document is posted, if you want to see a display, that also through MyGo only. Now everything through MyGo only. Before in ECC we used to run MB1A, MB1B, MB1C, and even different transaction to view and cancel, all that things we used to run. But now all the maximum transaction about the inventory will manage through MyGo only. Okay, then after that, where you can find invoice verification, here logistics invoice verification, document entry, entry invoice, park invoice. These transactions you can use for posting the invoice directly, or if you want to park, you can park using MIR7. Okay. Okay, now I'll just I'll create a material master and then I directly get into the transaction. Okay, so that would be better. I'll go to MM01 here, and then I choose here the industry sector, which industry, mechanical engineering or any other industry. If you're working, then you should choose the industry sector here. And in HANA, always you can see the characters are more compared to ECC. ECC we had 18, but here it's 40 character. And here you should choose the material type, which material type you are going to create in the system, like whether it is a raw material, whether it is semi-finished, a finished, packaging material, or services. There are different type of materials are there in the business, right? You should know which material you're going to create in the system. Now I'm going to create raw material. So while creating raw material, you should choose the views which is mandatory, like what are all the what all these views will do, it depends on the different department who is dealing with the material. Example, if I'm purchasing in material management purchaser, or I want to manage the material in storage and accounting, right? So I have to choose basic data 1 and 2, purchasing, then general data 1 and 2, then accounting. These are the mandatory, like to procure any material, then basic data 1 and 2, purchasing and accounting is enough. These are the mandatory views to be maintained. But to store, if I don't maintain any store location details, definitely it will throw an error during the goods receipt time. So I'll show that also. Example, I don't select now this. Okay, I'll just keep this. I only choose just to procure. I'll just keep uncheck this, and I choose the organizational level here. Okay, then I enter the plant number here. So I create material like I have to purchase o-ring or rubber gasket. Okay, this is the material I have to create in the system. Okay, then this is the unit of measure, like how you're going to use the unit of measure for this purchasing time, of whether it is in the metal master level, whether it is in a each, or maybe carton, or centimeter, millimeter, or liter, or gram, or whatever. You have to choose the respective unit of measure. Okay, here it is like material group, which it is belong to a fastener, or kind of like rubber items. Then you should choose respective purchasing group here. If you don't find that purchasing group in this, then you should ask consultant to configure the respective metal group in the system. Okay, okay, I'll just add here, I'll just say, okay, raw material only. I'll just choose this material group, and I'll enter, which is mandatory to be entered, which like it is asking for mandatory field, right? So that I'm going to fill here in this accounting view. Always you should look into this price determination. Okay, you should choose this transaction based too, and then here ledger and all, its finance team will take care. What is metal ledger, 0 level, 1 level, 2 level, there are different levels are there. When creating any metal master, if you have any doubt about accounting view, then always you just reach out to finance team about the price of the material. Whether it is a raw material, you have to go with the price control V, and for the uh, semi-finished or finished internally which we produce, then we go with the standard price. Okay, so here I'm going to add the moving average price for unit 1, and here I'm going to maintain price of the material. Okay, price per unit, I'll just maintain 10 here. Okay, then it's asking local currencies converted. Okay, here it's asking valuation class. It's for a raw material, so I'm going to use standard 3000, then enter, then save. Okay, now this material is created. So info records, vendor master, source list already there in the system. So what I can do is I will show the flow of P2P, which is like how to create purchase requisition initially. If you are going to create manually purchase requisition in the system, which like example, this rubber gasket is required from the production side. Okay, they are looking for this material, then someone from the production planning can create this purchase requisition manually, or automatically they can generate through MRP run. Okay, now I just show the manual creation of purchase requisition by adding the plant number and all, 2081, and how many number of pieces, I can say 50 number of pieces required. And then location, it is asking which location you're going to store. I can say 1000, which is inward area, which is already maintained. And purchasing group, I can say standard, I will use. The purchasing group is like who is responsible to procure that material. Okay, example, you can find there are many purchasing groups are there inside the business. So example, one group of people who are very good to procure rubber items or mechanical items or electrical items, so they will have their own group. So I can choose this purchasing group who is responsible to procure the material. So asking some tracking number mandatory, you can enter some tracking number here. So then it is showing no errors. This is just showing an error, a warning, like whenever you get yellow it's warning, whenever you get red it's a error message. Okay, that you have to enter the value mandatory wherever it is asking. Okay, then save it. So the purchase requisition number got generated. Okay, so here also we can add the vendor details if you are very sure about the material who is going to where you are going to purchase, or else you can convert this purchase requisition to a purchase order. Example, see, I want to, I don't want, I forgot, like somewhere I lost that number, or someone has created the purchase requisition. I don't know from where to search it. You can go here and you can click here purchase requisition, and you can see here early purchase requisition number will show last purchase requisition which is generated, but I don't know the number. Then how to filter it? So here you should know the material number, which material number you are going to monitor and which plant. Okay, then if you execute here material and plant combination, then easily you can find this one purchase requisition is already generated in the system, and then you can adopt this and you can add into this cart. Okay, so automatically data will copy from the purchase requisition. Like purchase organization is not entered in the purchase requisition level, then what to do here? You should maintain the purchasing organization which is already known. Okay, so these details you will be getting in the initial stage only. As an end user, you should know which purchase organization you are belong to while creating the purchase requisition or purchase order, and also purchasing group and company code level. Okay, so here I'm using existing vendor master supplier which is already created in the system, and I'm adding that details. And here the other data is got flown from the purchase requisition, like material group, then plant, store location, everything. In case this is not maintained, then in the GR time you have to enter the store location. It's asking for the price is not maintained, so what you should do is you have to go to condition here in the bottom, and it's asking for the price to enter. So here it is like it's asking for the manual price to enter, so I can enter 10 from here. Here I can enter 10 if already purchase info record is maintained in the system. Okay, where we are going to update the combination of material, plant, and vendor combination. We maintain the price. Okay, this vendor is going to supply the goods with this cost, so and that price can be updated or automatically fetched from the info record. Now I am doing this manual entry of cost in this purchase order. So then I'm going to check the purchase order. Here you can see in the top there is a check option. Once you enter all the details, you will find this message like no messages issued during the check. If any field is like missing, example, I'm not entering the quantity, then it will ask always enter quantity. Okay, any field like which is mandatory, if I don't enter, it will show an error. You cannot save the PO. Example, I'll just remove the plant number here. So it will ask enter plant. So I have to add the enter the plant number here. Okay, so now I'm going to save this purchase order, okay, which I referred a purchase requisition, and I created the purchase order with the known vendor. This is known vendor scenario. If you don't know the vendor, then you have to always go with the quotation process, raising a quotation, then comparing, and then finalizing the quotation. So this is a straightforward case where the rubber gasket is generally available outside, which is not customized material, which is widely available, right? If it is completely customized, which is designed in your premise, like which is completely new to the market and no one is manufactured such kind of product, then definitely you have to work on supplier and all. You have to reach out to the multiple uh, vendors, manufacturers or suppliers, subcontractors, or there are many who are supplying the goods as per the customized requirement, right? So that is little hectic job for any purchase engineer or senior purchase engineer to decide the best vendor to get the material procured within the delivery time and with the quality, and also price also. At the end, yeah, cost also matters in the business, right? Okay, the saving PO, it is taking a little time, so it will get saved. So what I'll do is meantime, so I'll show some report like stock review report. Okay, so this is the material. MMB is the T code which where you can run and you can see the stock of the material. Like example, this is the material and plant. When I execute with this details, then it is showing 2080 is the company code, and there is no material available at this moment. Okay, you can see basic unit of measurement EA rubber gasket, and there are no material available in this particular material and plant combination. Okay, once you receive the material to the warehouse or store location, then when you come back and see the stock overview, there you can find the stock which is in unrestricted use, where you are receiving the stock into our own store location, where you can use it for any order or cost center or any assembly purpose. Wherever you want to issue, you can issue that good. If it is in quality inspection, then definitely inspection should happen, should carry out. After the inspection is completed, then there will be a decision taken. You say decision, then it will come back to the unrestricted use. And there are different columns you can see: reserved, receipt reservation, on order stock, consignment order, stock transit, transfer plant to plant, all that. There are different columns are there. Okay, you can see that. You just scroll right, there is a transfer store location, then GR block stock, schedule for delivery, returns are there. If any return is there, then blocked. Okay, there are different columns you can find here in MMB stock. Okay, now let's see whether this PO got generated. Okay, so this is the PO which has got generated, and what I'll do is I'll just copy this number, and then go to my go. And here also you can have a question like, if the purchase order is done by someone else, right? That is not like continuous process. So example, today someone purchase engineer will purchase executive create a purchase order, but after 2-3 days down the line, the goods will be delivered physically. Then how the number will be captured? From where I can refer the purchase order number. So you can find the purchase order details here also. There are different purchase order numbers are there. Example, this is the purchase order now we generated, right? 3720. The last purchase order you can see 3718, 3319, like that. So here also you can have an option to search. Okay, example, so you want to search purchasing document with respect to the purchase organization 2081. Okay, and company code 2080, or you can choose here other option also, like purchasing document for material. Example, I want to find you have material details you got, and then you want to see the how many purchase orders are there. See, for this material you can see this is document generated, you can choose here. Okay, and once you choose here, then it is asking delivery note to be entered. So you would have got some delivery note along with the physical goods which you enter here, and then you have to get into the item level details where material quantity will be available. If you received all the quantity together, enter 50 directly, it will show automatically, or else you can manually change it into how much physical stock is received. Then it will show like, see, this store location already fetched from the PO level. If you have not entered, or procurement guy has not entered any store location details, then it will ask here storage location is mandatory to enter. Now there is one item okay to check. If I check it right here, it'll show show a message like you have not flagged any items. Okay, why we are entering as a okay? The person who is an inventory management storekeeper, who is at the inward side, right, they always look into the physical, the damage is there or anything about the quantity, all that checked physically. He's doing a check okay, item okay. This is a confirmation. So the user is doing this check means he definitely he has to take decision, right? Without decision, he cannot come and he or she cannot come and check this item, okay? And if there are multiple items are there, then you have to use this next item, then you have to click on next. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, there are multiple line items are there, 1 2 3 4 5 6 like that. Then okay, use this option and tick okay, then check it. So when I check, it is showing document is okay, then I post it here. Okay, see here, material document got posted with this document. Okay, now I forgot. Okay, user forgot to track it, just it got disappeared, okay, after closing the screen. So how to get the list of material document? Okay, go to MB51. MB51 is a transaction where you can see all the movements or transaction happened with this material, with this plant. Okay, when I add this details, material and plant number, execute here, then I can see this is the moment happened, 50 and 1,000 store location. There's a material document number. You can open from here and you can display again. In case you want to see all the moments with 2081 with 101 moment type, it's a goods receipt moment type, then you execute it, right? It will show all the moment which has happened with that material number and the plant combination. Okay, so I have not passed any metal number. I have just passed 2081 plant and 101 moment type. And even I can post the data also, like for 3 months how many posting happened, or 2 months or monthly basis. I can see the report. This is a report for stock checking, like movement material document list. And there is one report called 5e sorry ME5A, which report will give you list of purchase requisition. Example, I want to see all the requisition which belong to 2081 executed. So it will show all the requisition which is created in the plant level 20181. You want to see like many, then you can always use multiple plant entry here and you can get the report. How much you add the details here in the selection screen, and quickly the report will be displayed. Okay, if you want to see like large data, example, now we have only one requisition, right? Or 3 4 requisition or 4 requisitions are there. There are like 10,000 requisitions are there. It takes longer time to filter out, right? So you can filter out with respect to the material wise, or you can filter out with the purchase document type. If it is like NB document or UB, or there are many document types are there, right? Accordingly uh, uh, you can filter out the list of purchase requisition. Another report called ME2N. There are many ME2M, ME2N, ME2L like that. This is the purchasing document per document number like that. So here you can choose the scope of list, which format you want to see, and the plant. If I execute, so it will show all the list of purchase order which is created in the system for the particular plant. Okay, if you want to change this ALE format, then you can view this in this format. And wherever you can find this purchase order, this history is there, means already GR is done. If you don't find that, then that is open. Okay, easily you can see from this report. And if you want to extract, you can extract this to Excel also. Here, see, option is there to extract to the spreadsheet. Now, okay, I'll just show MMB. MMB will be is going to show the material. Okay, I want to see the material number now. So how to get the material number here? So you can go with the material with the plant number, plant by material description. Here I'm just passing 2081 plant. So yeah, I want to see all the material with 2081. I can see this list of material. The rubber gasket which I created today. Now this is rubber gasket which I can open here, and then I execute this. So here I can see the company code, plant, store location level. 3 levels are there, 50 unrestricted use. And if I want to issue this goods to some cost center or production line, then example, I'll just copy this, MyGo, then go here in MyGo, and then choose goods issue. Okay, then enter here for order or maybe for the other. Okay, enter. See, when I enter other, then it is taking GI for cost center automatically. When I enter here, then it's asking for the material. I should enter the material, then how much quantity, the 10 number I want to use for some cost center. Then it's asking from where, which plant, 2081, which location, 1000. Okay, then it's asking for the cost center. I should know which cost center is active for 2080 company code. I can use that cost center. Then I check it. So enter special stock. Okay, where material. Normally that error should not come. It is asking enter special stock. So this is not special stock through an entry. Okay, this is standard error that we can solve it. So, but this is not special stock. Normally we can issue, maybe this cost center is not allowing for the general one. Okay, so that will be like stock type we are using here, unrestricted use only. From unrestricted use we are taking the things, and maybe GL account, it's asking for GL account to be used. Enter, check. Okay, no, this is asking for this. Anyway, that goods issue is, this is the process should be followed to get the goods, like you can issue the goods to the cost center or order number. So always this account assignment tab will come there. You should know which is a cost center to be used for that goods issue. Then if you are not sure about which cost center to be used, you should always reach out to the controlling team, who they know about which cost center is used for which material and all. Okay, then last step is like Miro, which is for posting the invoice which we received. Now I'm just opening this Miro transaction. Before that, I'll check the PO number. This is the PO number. I'll copy and I'll go to Miro, and here I just enter purchase order. Then it's asking for the invoice date, means which date I'm going to invoice, and posting also today I'm doing. Enter, and price will be picked up automatically from the PO. Then enter the amount here. It'll ask for the tax code. Choose tax here, the respective tax code which you have to enter. Okay, enter the tax code and then simulate. Everything good, there is no error. You can see here account, GL account, all that will hit right with this purchase document. Then post it. So once it is posted, you can see this document, and you want to see list of all the invoice posted. MIR5 will give the list of all your this year posting. Example, if I execute here 2020 fiscal year, if I enter latest thing, today is we have posted two invoice document with these two username. This is our username and this is other username. So where you can see this is the invoice document which got posted. When you get into the history of the purchase order here, definitely you can see the history, like where GR is done and invoices got posted. And you want to close this purchase order, everything is done, then go to change mode, and here you can check the delivery completion indicator is automatically checked after the completion of the goods. This is already checked, and then you have to close the PO like by clicking this and log this and enter and save this. Okay, this is completely done. So when I go to this ME23N, this PO got closed. Okay, if you just get into item level, see this has got closed. If someone user come and change the unlock and all, right, then it will update in the history of the here. If you go here you can find the history, like the changes, header changes or item changes. You can see if any changes done. See, there's no selection happened. Now I just choose this selection. I'll go to item changes. Then you can find this is the user who has set this indicator. Okay, this is not deletion indicator in purchase document. We have maintained the lock indicator. Deletion indicator means If you don't want to procure any material, PO is there, there are many line items are there, then you have to delete, then you have to choose and use this option, delete option. Okay, that line item will be deleted in the sense it will be there in the system, but in the system table level it will mark as deleted. So there is, that will not show in the MyGo in the goods receipt level. Okay, that's it. Thank you. This is knowledge you should have as an like I say, as an SAP end user. This much knowledge if you have, like how to create BP also you should know. Go and check some YouTube video. There are many YouTube videos are there to create a business partner, then purchase info record, then source list, all that. Anyway, next session I will cover this creation of all this data. Okay, and enough for today to understand about the process completely. And if any you can comment in the video section, it's in the YouTube itself. I'm just sharing this in the YouTube. Thank you.